Welcome to the third devlog of Lightspeed. Last video I focused on adding a new skill, which was like an emergency brake for dangerous situations. And speaking of the last video, it got way more views than I anticipated. And while the video might not have the best viewer duration, I am still really happy at the attention it got. But now with that out of the way, let's get into the devlog. So for this devlog, I wanted to give the player a better feeling that they were going fast. Since seeing your character just go fast does not give the full feeling that you are too. So I looked for tutorials of how to make afterimages and found this free model for an afterimage effect. The video and model were made by Luna5, who has made other free models which are a really high quality. So I got the model and began to test with it. But I ran into some issues. So then I searched even further and found another video with a free model. This one was based off the San Davistan effect from the cyberpunk anime and was created by Petal Drake. So I got this one too and modified it, but I did not get the results that I wanted. Feeling lost, I decided to just try to make an afterimage myself, despite not exactly knowing how to start off. But in the middle of it, Roblox Code Assist requested me a code. If you are unaware of what it is or what it does, Roblox Code Assist suggests a code depending on what it thinks you are writing or looking for. So it really shocked me that it got exactly what I was looking for. However, AI always has its flaws, so I was not surprised that it caused some problems to my character. The script prevented my character from moving once it reached the speed that the afterimage would appear. So the first thing I did was to try to figure out what the cause of the problem was. There can be many reasons for why a part or model can stop moving. It could be anchored, locked in place, its collisions could be turned on, or it could be welded onto something else. So I just constantly tried any of those options, taking a look at the code continuously. I was also checking out the afterimage itself to see if any of the part's properties had affected this. But every time I tested a change, I would get the same problem, despite the code I changed. After some more digging, I removed the unnecessary code, such as the weld constraint that was made. It still did not fix anything, but it made the code easier to read so I could hopefully identify the problem. You can see here that I tried to change the position of the player's afterimage behind the player's character, but that did not work. At this point, I was getting really tired of trying to fix a problem and not seeing a change at all. So I cut all of the code and bringing it back by adding lines of code, one by one, to see and try to find the problem once more. And this time, I have actually seen some changes. But it wasn't exactly the best change. So I just gave up and deleted the code. I wanted to just get this over with at this point, so I was about to just decide to put a trail on the character. But I decided to try the run with clone model that I mentioned earlier in the video, to try to see if I could fix my earlier issues with it. This is the code for the model that was made by Razgaripap, aka Luna. It was still the same as before, but then I saw the issues that I ran into again and figured out their problems. My previous issue was that only the head was making the afterimage, but upon looking into the code, the issue was that I am making my game in R15, while the model is meant for R6 characters. After I realized this, I changed the lines of code where it tries to search for R6 body parts and put R15 parts instead. And then after adding a few more pieces of code, it is finally there. I think this was way too tedious for me. And despite knowing that I did not know how to make an afterimage, I tried again to make sure that the game was more fun to play. And I'm really happy that I was able to do it. But I did not want this to be the end of the video, since I didn't think it was enough. So I decided to focus on the core gameplay more. Well, since this is going to be a racing game, I decided to make the GUI for the race lights the countdown before the race starts. So I began with the layout for the race lights. I wanted them to light up downwards, but I changed it to left to right to save space for the screen. Then, I used a good hour and a half for me to design the lights in 3D paint. Then used another hour to script the GUI so it could move into the screen and change image by image. I really like designing GUI. I think it allows the designer to make some amazing animations. This is an example of something I did before. But now, after fixing things here and there, this is all I have done for now, but I am really happy for what I did for this devlog.